Hello, hello. I am back after quite a bit of a hiatus. I hope everyone has been doing well. I got a bit of a 2.0 model to play with here. First, before we get started, hope everybody is staying safe with everything that's going on right now. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, and let's just go ahead and get to the model reveal itself. 3, 2, and there's the boy. Yeah, I decided to take a different approach. Instead of the black flame, I decided to go for a kind of a almost Estus Flask orange look. Put some more Monster Hunter inspirations there, as well as some Dark Souls 2 inspiration. The helmet specifically is kind of modeled on the let's see here, the Alva helmet. I can never pronounce the name right, but I love that big old scoop helmet from Dark Souls 2. And then it was in Dark Souls 3 as well. But yeah, this is going to be a shorter stream than normal. Normally we'll go for a minimum of 3 hours, but today we're just going to go for maybe an hour, getting everything sorted. So, the first thing of catching up with me is over November and the start of December, I was dealing with a bout of Bell's palsy. Half my face was not working. And it happened in a very interesting way. Like, let's get that. There we go. Adjusting the sound level so everything sounds decent. That sounds good. One day I wasn't feeling too hot, so I took a nap, and when I woke up, there it was. Bell's palsy. Couldn't spit straight when I went to brush my teeth. Very unfortunate. But with the medication I got from going to the walk-in clinic, it cleared up in about a week, just a little over. And currently, for health stuff, I'm dealing with some like almost like nerve damage in my foot. I wouldn't say full-blown nerve damage because medication is making it go away, so it was most likely inflamed. Oh, excuse me. Most likely inflamed to just pinched or something. Basically, my Achilles tendon felt like it was burning. So, needed to handle that. But other than that, I've sat down and made quite a few strides handling my mental health. So, that was one of the major reasons that I needed the break to begin with. I needed to step back and reevaluate things, and I feel like I've got a pretty good handle on stuff now. At least I have a plan going forward. Okay, for the more technical stuff, now I am using, as seen down in the credits down in the credits section of my about or under the stream, I am using Stream Beats now instead of Epidemic Sound. I will still recommend Epidemic Sound. However, for me, almost $20 a month was slowly eating me alive, so I needed a change. I still highly recommend it. It is still amazing for what it does and what it offers. But that's how it is. Let's see now. But yes, I also have a schedule. I don't have a physical or a picture of it yet, but it is all set up in the schedule section here on Twitch. I'm going to be streaming Mondays through Thursdays, 6 p.m. Central. A variety of things. We're going to start with getting back into Monster Hunter on Monday. And hop into uh, Dark Souls. Because I realized I didn't have a Dark Souls run on the channel. And speaking of the channel and all sorts of things like that, I now have a link tree. So you put with Nightbot here. You do exclamation point socials, and Nightbot will give you the link to the link tree, and that has everything. So now I don't have to. No one has to sit and type like 30 things. You can just go to one place. It's quite nice. Let's see. What else? Off the top of my head, without needing any extra, I will also, over the year, be working on getting a Discord up and running. I want to take my time with it and understand what I'm doing. So that way, I make a decent server. But, without further ado, one of my major projects has been started. Over on Twitter, there's been a lot of talk about starting VTubing and streaming and giving advice. So I decided to go ahead and do something else. I also, in that link, have a Ko-Fi. And there I provide the Forgeborn here. These are reactive PNGs intended to be used with VideoTube Mini, the program that I use. So that way, people can take these free to use with credit to play around with. See if they enjoy streaming. There's currently a total of 4 models with, as I've shown here, we'll take the base model for an example. A closed mouth, blinking closed mouth, speaking, and blinking while speaking. So that way you can do similar to what you see my character doing. And speaking of, this is the program I was talking about, VideoTube Mini, over on each.io. So, that's what I use, and that's what these are intended to be used with. Also, this base one here, this boy, is the current stand-in for you guys, chat. And I finally settled on a name for you. Embers. You guys let me know if you like that name. But this guy is basically a mascot for y'all. I'm quite proud of this being adorable. And then, let's see here. Oh, yes. Let's head on back to this screen. I can also still take my head off. Just one moment here. I gotta remember the... There it is. And I put my helmet in my hands, and this is what it would look like on a game. Move this. That was the wrong thing. Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Ooh. Huh. There it is. There we go. Pull this over there. There. But yes, this is what I look like without the helmet. Use this to embellish whenever I do something stupid on stream. So my model can match my intelligence. But yes, let's see here. The blue along the sides of the torso is scale mail, designed around the Monster Hunter Stories 1. Yes, the Monster Hunter Stories 1 model of Azure Rathalos. Yeah, the sides alone were over 200 layers because did I did the dumb thing and did the scales individually. And the little lines that you do see are supposed to be decorative bronze, along with the sigil on my chest. A compass inside a fireball, all bronzed. And then we got little packs. Like, let's zoom in a bit here. Got packs on my hips. And then we got my feet. But yeah, let's zoom all the way out. So there we go. That's the full model. I'm happy with it, but I am also looking into doing another design later on in the year. Just to add to it. Because I'm also working on my lore. I am in final draft for my lore. There's a handful of stuff that I need to get sorted out. Yet, I decided, okay, I'm looking at everybody else's lore and thinking, how can I make this interesting? So, what I ended up doing was making a whole world. Ooh, don't forget to hydrate now. So, I made a world. I got some very important events set in there. Still need a little bit more refining. And I have like 7 nations. I have 1 nation fully fleshed out, all ready to go. I'm still working on the others. I got 1 of the major events fleshed out. I need a little bit more refinement on it. And then a couple major events that happened in the past I'm still working on. Because the one event I am going to show, like I'm going to show everything. But the one major event is how my Doulahan shows up, because now, if you look in my about sections, I am a Doulahan from another world. So I gotta flesh that out a little bit more yet. It will get to the commissioning art panels stages probably this year. Hopefully it'll get out this year, because I want it to coincide with making the leap from PNG to live 2D. So let's see. Speaking of which, all right, we have a bit of a flashbang here. The little bit of a roadmap I'm going. Like I said, finishing my lore. Like I said, I got a little bit of embellishment and refinement to do yet, but I'm very happy with how it is. It's brain. It is definitely final draft levels. Making more of the Forgeborn. That's another thing I want to do. I want to add more models. Like I said, I have 4 models here for people to use. The base model with a helmet, right? Model with pauldrons, and a model with quote-unquote full armor. I want to add to these. I want to add at least 2 more generations of that. Like, have a little pudgy body on one of them, and then eventually more fully, quote, humanoid. 1 more PNG model. Like I said, I'm happy with this, but I can still cook. I've already got some designs in my head for a future PNG, as well as the designs for the eventual live 2D, but that's not there yet. Possibly make affiliate. That is something I would really like to see happen this year. I'm not going to hold my breath. I'm not going to really push for it really hard. But primarily because this is for fun and to provide a space for people to get into, to get away from the garbage of the everyday that everybody has to deal with at work, you know? Just have a space to chill and relax. This is what this is for. But if I can make affiliate, then I can start messing around with the channel point system and redeems and have a whole bunch of other stuff there to add little fun things here and there. More community interaction. That's the primary reason to try to go for affiliate. Commission art. Now, the main reason that I have done everything myself is every time I got ready to look for somebody to commission, there would be twitlongers or people talking about how they were scammed. Like when I originally wanted to get started, that's when somebody lost like thousands of dollars. And it's like, it scared me fully into doing it myself. And I want to like break that mentality. So I did commission somebody recently. And that work should be done before Monster Hunter Wilds comes out. Make the lore videos. Once the lore is finished, there's going to be multiple videos because of everything that I'm doing. Like, in my world, Howard Dulafans created, like, talking about the nations, talking about the major events that led to the events of my character arriving, right? Then get Live 2D ready. There's some resources I need to collect first before I can do that, like an iPhone, because it's got superior face tracking, and get a handful of other stuff already. But yeah, there's also little things that pop up throughout the year that I'll be working towards. One I am keeping under my helmet, as it were. But if I can figure out how to do it and how to stream it, it's gonna be awesome. It's definitely gonna be awesome. I'm also going to be looking into seeing if I can finally go to my first convention this year. I'm looking towards Colossal Con North. That was the one that piqued my interest the most because I don't have to go too far for that one. Not too far. One road trip rather than flying cross states. But yes, that's, as I was saying earlier, my schedule is going to be weekdays, but in the afternoon. So trying to aim for when everybody gets off work so everybody can enjoy the streams, relax and enjoy. Because there's a bunch of stuff I am working on the weekends for. For one, this is more of a PSA for as the streams are happening. I am my mother's active caretaker, so if something happens that I have to go, I'm gonna go. Like, her safety and well-being is first priority. And I'm trying to get the family farm back up in a working state. Yes, I am a farm boy. So I'm working on that slowly. It's been like 10, 15 years of neglect that I am working on fixing. But that is something I am putting quite a bit of effort and attention towards. Because farming, I know what I'm doing. So, another thing is also getting a bunch of the machines up and running again. Because after my father passed, there's a bunch of machines that he had that I want to try to save, for lack of a better word. And, well, that's going to take time. So, that's why I'm taking the weekends off from streaming. Otherwise, well, I say that. The second that Monster Hunter Wilds comes out, I'm basically streaming that every day until we beat the final boss and post-story HR 100 shenanigans. basically, once I've cleared all of the quests and it's just refining builds, then it's going back to a normal schedule. But when that comes out, 300% going to be a Monster Hunter Wilds streamer. But yeah, along with Monster Hunter, like I said, getting playthroughs of the Souls games, the main 3, on the channel. Also, if you had ended up looking at the link tree, you'll see that there is a new YouTube channel. I'm converting the main channel into the VOD channel. That's so that way all the VODs will just be there, right? And then the VODs won't kill the other projects I have in mind. That's where the new YouTube comes in. And I can get that up here in just a second. Okay, here we go. This is the new main channel. There's nothing there at the moment. Abyssal Forge VT. This is the VOD channel, though 102 subscribers here. This is the original main channel, as you can see. But I'm converting that to a VOD channel, and y'all will be able to see all my old stuff still there. That's not going anywhere. But all of the new stuff will be going in on Abyssal Forge VT. And I've already got some ideas. When the Wilds beta launches again, because we're getting another round of the original Monster Hunter Wilds beta. Very important to stress that it is a redo of the first beta. They've only added like one additional monster, but that's the only change that they did. They didn't do any of the weapons changes. So, just to keep that in mind. So, there's a couple ideas I've got there, like just like weapon showcases, like what this, like how they feel in comparison with one another. Like, oh, what it feels like to play lance, what it feels like to play bow, etc. Also, I am going to be looking more into like how to play them better. Because I could have done a lot better on lance and bow when I was first playing. But that's those. Then I'm also going to be playing some more 2D games again, like Blasphemous. There's one game that I've been looking at. I got downloaded here. It's called The Last Faith. And that looks like fun. As well as revisiting Salt and Sanctuary. Because the original playthrough I did was on the console version of the game. The PC version of the game has an official boss randomizer in it. So we're definitely playing that again. I cannot wait. Plus, we'll also be playing Salt and Sacrifice. I had played through it once before I started doing content creation, but I haven't played it since, and I would like to get back into it because both of the Sultan games are still receiving updates. So that's really exciting. And then for basically what we're going to be doing is a co-op game like Monster Hunter, playing through the Souls series, these 2D games. Then we'll play a PvP game at the end of the week on Thursday. I've been very much enjoying Marvel Rivals, so that's definitely one of them. And the last, let's see, the last 3 games I played as Rocket Raccoon, I ended up with something like 10,000 health, 10,000 healing, outstripping all of the other healers. It makes me happy. And the new healer is nuts. I just the other night I was playing, and it's ooh, Invisible Woman is an incredibly good healer. I enjoy it very much. I enjoy playing her very much. So we'll be doing that, trying out new multiplayer games until we find something that we click with. But let's see. But yeah, I'll be doing that. Keeping an eye on stuff like Diablo. I have been playing it off and on. Personally, I'm not that big of a fan of the Spiritborn. It's powerful, don't get me wrong, it's just not my style. I am far more interested in what's going to happen with necromancers in the future, as well as finally getting our hands on Paladin in whatever future expansion or equivalent, because those are the 2 I always played in Diablo, the holy character and the necromancer. For Diablo 3, when it first came out, I was a Witch Doctor main, and Witch Doctor and Monk I played the most. Then Crusader, played the hell out of that when it came out, and then the Necromancer. But yeah, and then the upcoming releases, the announcements. We'll definitely get some Okami in, because it has been a long time since I've even thought of that game, and knowing that a sequel is coming, a sequel's coming with the original director. Yeah, I definitely want to brush up. Heh, 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 on Okami. So there's that. Hoping beyond hope that we get something for Beautiful Katamari, because Beautiful Katamari was my old favorite in there. I mean, there's not that much to add. It's just I want to see something happen with that. And then the new next year, Onimusha. Ooh. Ooh. I've missed that series so much. Because I played, let's see, I played the original Onimusha Warlords. I played the second game, third game. They had a fighting game with the Unimusha characters. I remember playing that with my friends. Like, I'm just yapping about the lore and whichever character they pick. And they're like, yeah, let's just play the game. Yeah, okay, neat. Let's play. And that was fun. It took some getting used to because it wasn't like a normal fighting game. It was, if anybody remembers Little Big Planet, it was like that. It was like 3 lines on a 2D plane that you could switch between: foreground, middle ground, background. And it was like that, but in a fighting game. So if someone attacks you, you could go to like the middle ground or foreground and avoid the attack completely. Run past them, jump back into the line behind them, and hit them. It was weird. It was really fun. And then I did play a little bit of the 4th game. That one didn't click with me as much. But the first 3, absolutely. There's that. This year, I think it's this year, the reboot of Fable. I'm gonna play the hell out of that when that comes out. So there's that. Because I miss Fable. I've played all of the Fable games up to 3. I've not played any of the ones after that because they were trying to do weird stuff. I was really interested in the Fable Legends game because the way that it was explained to me is it was like a 4v1 game where 4 heroes would fight their way through a dungeon, and the 5th player was the dungeon master setting up their encounters. I think that was Fable, or there was another game that was like that. And then the dungeon master took the role of the final boss. They had to beat him to win. And it got canned. That was such a good concept, though. And that would have worked really well on the Wii U for like split screen. Because you would have the dungeon master with the giant tablet controller setting up the dungeon, and then everybody else with like pro controllers or whatever. It would have been so good. But yeah, let's see. What else? I am cautiously optimistic about the new Borderlands game, Borderlands 4. I'm hoping that their servers are better than Borderlands 3 because I physically cannot play with my friends in Borderlands 3. Crossplay. If I host it, they do not have a good connection at all. It is horrible. And if they host it, I have a nightmare connection. Like rubber banding to hell and back. My shot's not counting, etc. You know the deal. And let's see. Another one that we can play at some point is The Binding of Isaac. I used to play that quite a bit on console, and now that I'm over on PC, I have to get everything back. So that's going to be a time. Play some Dead by Daylight, of course. I got to try out the new Killer. The one with the dog. Do some old favorites like Darkest Dungeon and Darkest Dungeon 2. Originally, I did have a plan to play a bunch of hunter like games. Uh, the absolute silence coming out of God Eater and the deaths of both Dauntless and Wild Hearts has kind of killed that idea. Might play them, but it's oh ooh. Definitely going to be hopping back into some Dragon's Dogma here and there because there are rumblings of a DLC, so I have to get my progress back from console. Let's see. And also with these Dark Souls runs, I will be also doing a new run of Elden Ring from scratch. Think of it as kind of a training for Night Rain when it comes out. I'm excited. I'm excited for that. Another game I'm going to be trying the coming months is Hunt the Showdown. Hunt Showdown, 1896. Because that interests me. Like it's an extraction shooter, but it's PvP extraction shooter. That's interesting. Let's see here. I got a bunch of games. My wallet screamed out in agony during the winter Steam sale. And we'll be taking swings back in at Smite and Smite 2. And Space Marine 2 as well. Because why not? And I did manage to get my hands on all of the Witcher games 1, 2, and 3. So, that might be a thing because Witcher 4, I'm excited. I'm excited. I have been waiting for Witcher Ciri. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Let the people let the weirdos cry. It's gonna be great. But yeah. Let's see. What else is new here? Like I drew the panels down below for the about section. And like I said, I am looking to do better with commissions. I want to actually do more. So I got a bunch of ideas that could be really cool. And I am going to be working on the Forgeborn myself, improve my own drawing capacity, because I know I got to get over a a bit of a skill issue with my XP pen, because I can draw just fine with a mouse. That's what I've been using for this guy and all my previous models, except for the little chibi over there. That's specifically I won a giveaway from Thunderwing Doomslayer on Twitch. They did that. That was really awesome. Oh, go check them out, please. They do really good work. But the other ones have been mine, and I draw them with a mouse. But when I'm drawing on my XP pen, I'm I have to look up at my screen and my brain just freaks out. Like, no, why are you not staring at your hands when you're drawing? Wrong, wrong, wrong. It's like that. So it's definitely a skill issue on my end that I have to get over. Or I can knuckle under to the skill issue and get drawing tablet that I draw on the screen. We'll see. We'll see. I also want another smaller thing, not really on the roadmap, but the main reason that I do these models the way that I do is I want to be able to cosplay myself. You know, at some point, if I end up going to a con as a guest, I want to be able to cosplay myself. And so that way I don't want to get too elaborate. But let's see what else here. Just excited for Monster Hunter Wilds. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. And pardon me. And when the beta comes out, we're definitely gonna be playing that a lot. Like, I know it's coming up over the weekends, but on the Thursdays, because it comes out on Thursdays each time, I believe. Let me double check that. Head on over to the Monster Hunter Twitter, the official. Let me bring you guys along with. Now, where was the beta times? Let me see here. There they are. Yeah, Thursday, February 6th and 13th. So, yeah, we'll definitely be able to catch that easy. Easy. Play the hell out of it on Thursday. Oh, it's going to be good. Might even look into some other games like League of Legends. Mainly because I've always been curious about it. It's like everybody go, "Oh God, no! Don't do it! Don't do it!" I'm curious because I used to play Dota 2 back in the day, long before I even thought about doing any kind of content creation. So why not give it a try? Then we also got Darktide to play too. I could definitely go in on that. I love me an Ogren. And I believe there's supposed to be DLC or an expansion to that game soonish too. That could be fun. Oh, and then all the stuff that's happening around Castle Crashers. Anybody remember that? Instantly age. But yeah, Behemoth announced that they're doing a whole bunch of stuff for Castle Crashers, and I'm excited because I missed that game. Played the hell out of it when I was younger. But yeah, let's see. Now that I figured out how to do it, maybe some. Well, no, definitely. We're definitely going to be playing Marvel Rivals. Throw in a little bit of Fable. Get ready for the reboot by playing the Anniversary. Fable Anniversary. Because I tried to get the Lost Chapters working. It did not like my my monitor. It absolutely hated my monitor and would not adjust. So we'll go with the Anniversary Edition instead. Yeah. Bunch of stuff planned for the future. Like I said, get in on some stuff, get some art taken care of, get some uh, get stuff ready for the eventual live 2D jump. I hope to do that this year, but it will be almost guaranteed for next year, if not. Get the lore videos up and running. Get the model. Get the last PNG. That one I'm already started to cook on that one. But yeah, that is about it. First stream of 2025. First stream with the new model. And first real stream is going to be coming in on Monday. We're going to be hopping back into Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate to knock out some more quests, some G rank quests with Hunting Horn. Get back into the swing of things. So that way we can be ready for for Wilds. But I'm going to look for someone to raid. And then we'll see. Let me see. See who we can raid. Yeah, we'll head on over to Ringmaster Ramina. Haven't hung out with her in a while. And she's currently playing Liar's Bar. That looks like fun. So, I hope to see you all on Monday. Keep your fire burning bright, and happy hunting.